Hello, y'all. We're back with another crazy tale. This story is about me dating a nice guy. So get your fedora and buckle in. This story starts with my special friend we'll call Jack. Jack and I hung out and had adult happy fun time from time to time, but never committed to anything else. One day he was over and he was telling me about his new friend, Will. Will was a pilot and a good friend to Jack, and Jack knew that I was the understanding type. When I asked him what he meant, Jack said that Will was really lonely and wanted a girlfriend, but he wasn't the best looking guy and found it hard to get girls interested in him. I was like, how bad is bad? And he said that he was really short and heavy set, but he could make it up because he had a really good job and was a really nice guy. So, yeah, I trusted Jack. Maybe a little too much. I told him that I would have to meet his friend Will. Let me just tell you now, I should get Friend of the Year for the nice deed that I did, but I probably never will. Now, a little bit of information about what was going on with me at that time. I was in college, not working. I had just finished finals, and I was in between that 2 week time off from college. I'd just gotten back on my feet from the whole homeless thing, and it was wintertime. I was slowly getting adjusted to being normal. This is all before I knew about the term nice guy or neckbeard. I don't even think that it was a thing on the internet yet. A few nights later, I got a call from Jack saying that him and a few friends were hanging out at a local bar and he wanted me to come down. He kind of threw in a hint, hint, so I took it that Will was there. So, not having anything else to do, I got dressed and drove to the local pub. I walked in and Jack was at the door and greeted me. We walked over to the table and there was Will with a couple of Jack's friends. Maybe 5'5", 180 pounds, and in a bomber jacket. His face wasn't terrible, but no facial hair and had an 80-year-old man haircut. So Jack started to introduce me to his friend and was telling him stuff, and then Will just interrupts him and says, "This hot lady needs no introduction. Please, could somebody cut off my ears right now? Just take them off. I don't need to hear this stuff. I'm a classy lady." So we tried to chat, but we were more like yelling at each other. So as soon as I finished my drink, we wanted to go somewhere quieter. I had no objection to this. He asked what was good around here because he was new to the area, and I suggested this wine store with a cozy upstairs place to drink and chat. And it just happened to be in walking distance of the pub. So we were in. So we left. We got to the wine bar and there was a guy playing acoustic guitar and it was a very cozy hipster place. I was thinking of maybe a glass of wine, maybe a cup of tea, or a cup of coffee. Nope. He bought an $80 bottle of wine and a bunch of food. This guy was throwing money like it was nobody's business. Nothing wrong with spending money. He can do what he wants. I just wasn't trying to see how much he would spend. We all enjoyed the night, laughing, drinking. After another bottle of wine, we decided to leave. I just want to add a quick conversation that had bounced around that will become important later in the story. He asked me what my other relationships were like. I replied, unconventional. That the last few years I hadn't been super serious with anyone. He told me this story about how he caught his last girlfriend cheating on him by tracking the GPS system in his car. He told me that he loaned her his car while he was on one of his trips and was tracking her going to her ex's place while he was gone. Yeah, red flag, kind of a stalker. But I told him that I wasn't the cheating type and that, yeah, I remained friends with past lovers, but that's all they were, friends. He made it very clear that I wasn't to cheat on him at any point, period. Guys, this was our first date. I understand getting things out and making them clear, but I have to admit, this made me a little nervous. As we were leaving the wine store, there was a country bar with a bunch of lifted trucks out in front of it. I live in the South, so this is an everyday occurrence. These were expensive, well taken care of, and of course, people were standing around looking at these beautiful beasts of auto machinery. He decided to make fun of them loudly, saying that he wished his dick was that small that he could buy a monster truck. He said this not once, folks, but many times as we walked by. I think he wanted to get into a fight with them because he was making it very loud and obnoxious about it. They just ignored him, and we got to his car. A red sports car, a Dodge Charger to be truthful. Oh, Jack, I need that Friend of the Year award, I'm telling you. Now, I will not drive drunk. Jack didn't have anything to drink and suggested that I go with his friends in Will's car, and Jack would drive my car home since he knew where I lived, and they would just follow him. So we were off. I knew Jack's other friends. I wouldn't be getting into a bunch of strangers' car drunk. It was a safe environment. Never get in somebody's car that you don't know well. The same rule applies when you're a kid, and it still applies when you're an adult. This guy was hitting on me so hard on the ride home, and I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like feeling noticed. I gave him my number and told him to message me. We chatted for a little bit via text, and I got to know him more. And he would come and hang out at my different volunteer jobs that I had. Yeah, I know, I work for free. Don't judge me. He would pick me up, we'd go out to restaurants I never thought I would ever go to because I'm poor and never had money for this kind of thing. He would go on trips and bring me back weird gifts. For example, I have a degree in anthropology, and most of my study is in prehistoric Florida. He went to a pirate museum and brought back this beautiful silver spoon and Blackbeard's flag. Like I said, the spoon was very pretty. He got upset because I didn't know the flag, that I needed to know all there was about pirates because he went to this museum and I was really into history. He would talk down to me like, God, how do you not know these things? Jeez. And follow it up with these call me dumb comments, telling me how beautiful I was. I guess he just thought that I was pretty and not to say anything. He would pull these strange stunts like that, and I told Jack that it wasn't good. But he just wanted me to stick it out just a little longer. That we just needed to get to know each other and it would all work out. So I tried to stick it out. So a few weeks after we started hanging out, he went on this planned hunting trip. We were texting each other, chatting about dumb stuff, and then he stopped answering me back. I thought that he went to bed because you have to get up like super early to go out to hunt. I stayed up late watching YouTube videos because why not? I'm an adult. I can. And I woke up the next day to 17 missed phone calls and 31 texts asking me where I was. Fun fact about me, I don't bring my phone into my bedroom. Period. I don't want to be woken up in the middle of the night with some dumb text or email or some stupid crap. So his billion of text messages didn't get to me until the next day when I called him and told him to never do that again. I have one rule that you only text me once and wait for a response. But I had to let it go because I'm a nice person and a complete idiot. Now, I have been in an abusive relationship before, and I'm starting to see a lot of red flags. I hadn't even slept with him yet, and we're already being treated like I was beneath him. I should have stopped talking to him. But it's so hard. He was, I don't know. I do know. I do know that I'm just too nice. But I'm understanding, and I stuck it out. Now I'm going to end the story there. Trust me, you guys, it's going to get a lot better. I've barely touched the surface of the crazy that was this month and a half of my life. Come back next week to hear the rest of the story and how those red flags came to haunt me. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and just so you know that all the artwork featured in this video is for sale. Thank you guys so much for keeping it real. Oh, maybe that kind of needs some work. I'll get onto that. Talk to you later. Bye.